I decided to make American Chaos because I thought that there were a lot of questions that weren't being asked.
I'm here with the director of the documentary movie American Chaos, James D. Very welcome. Hello. You state in the documentary that you come from a very political family yourself. How did that shape your own political views?
We are all products of where we come from. I came from a place where, you wanted to give back as much as you could. My brother was the special envoy in charge of climate change for President Obama and was one of the architects of the Paris Accord. And I'm not in politics like he is, so my version of giving back is to spend 2 years making a film about the place that America's in. The people that I knew in my own sort of echo chamber in Los Angeles certainly were assuming that Hillary was going to win. In fact, they were very happy that Trump had gotten the nomination because they thought that he was unelectable. And I felt differently. I felt that his followers were so passionate that it was possible that something else was going on.
Why do you believe it's important to speak with the people with political views that are different from our perspective?
So if somebody has people traipsing across their property in the dead of night and therefore they have views on immigration that might be different than ours, I think it's important to at least hear them. And by hearing them, we can hopefully come up with a different set of solutions where we can incorporate their views into a larger tent and hopefully not have people sort of so much on the outside.
After talking to so many Republicans on the way in Florida, in West Virginia, in Arizona, do you have a better understanding of them now that you've heard what they had to say?
Honestly, I think you have to have a better understanding than if you just put yourself into a bubble and refuse to listen. I didn't fully appreciate the issues of immigration. Again, I don't agree in any way, shape, or form with Trump's solutions, but I didn't recognize the problem until it was sort of presented to me by these people.
Do you think some of their views have maybe changed after all the controversy that has been around Trump, or would they all vote for Trump because they are just so passionate about him?
I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, first of all, the answer is yes, they would. But second of all, from their point of view, the economy is more robust than it's been in many, many, many years. And the things that he's talking about, he's delivered on. I'm certain that these people are still supporting him, and proudly.
How did it affect you to be around so many Republicans and Trump supporters during the filming of your documentary?
It's hard not to develop a certain kind of Stockholm syndrome where you sort of fall in love with your jailer, and it did not change one iota any of my views in any way, shape, or form, but at the same time I think it certainly had an emotional, impact on me, being in the center of all that.
The Republicans seem to forgive him everything. Why do you think that is?
Things are forgiven, but they're forgiven also because the economy is going really well. If the economy goes into into hell in a handbasket, that would change things, but it's not.
If you could take a look in a crystal ball, who would win the election?
I think that the Democrats will take back the House, and I think the Republicans will hold on to the Senate. That's what I think is going to happen. The sad truth is that the Republicans are doing better since the advent of the Kavanaugh situation, because Republicans started thinking that the Democrats were trying to screw them in some weird way, even though, of course, completely overlooking the fact that the guy was, probably guilty of sexual assault.
If you could send a tweet to Donald Trump right now and you would be very sure that he would read it, what would you tweet to him?
You've absolutely asked me the one question that no one has asked me in all the interviews I've done. It's a great question. I think that I would probably tweet something about that when the economy turns, and it will turn, that it's going to be on him and not on Obama and not on anybody else. All you can do is exercise your right to vote, and if you don't use that right, then somebody else will. And at the end of the day, you got to support, the country, but you have to do it from a position of being not passive but active.
Thank you so much for your answers. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.